Hey everyone, this is Rob. I'm coming at you with something a little bit different today. This is not a comedy in one of our normal funny bits. This is something for me to talk about something that's near and dear to my heart and something I feel is important and worth discussing. Uh, to premise this, I am a member of a Dune shitposting group, like the science fiction novel Dune, Dune, not Doom, like the game where you, with the BFG. And uh, recently, someone in our group posted a memorial post for the grandmother. They opened with, I'm normally in here posting our dicks and drivel and beans as is our tradition. But today I have experienced the loss of my grandmother. She was the base of our pillar. It was a beautifully written thing, memorial to his grandmother. And it ended with him saying, "I was a friend of Pamela." And for those who don't know, in Dune, there one of the scenes in the first part of the book, when Paul and Jessica first arrive with the Fremen, Paul is forced into a duel with a Fremen named Jamis, and over the course of that duel, he kills him. Uh, and Fremen culture dictates that the funeral that is held for those close to the person, and their possessions are laid out, and those present go through and say, "I was a friend of the person," and tell a story, and then take an item to remember them by. This in the book, this plays out as, "I was a friend of Jamis. He was with me when we were low on water at Siege Tabor, and we survive that, and then a man takes his canteen," or something like that. And it goes through that until Paul has his moment. And so she said, "I was a friend of Pamela," or he said, "I was a friend of Pamela," which is his grandmother. And underneath that were just over 180 responses of people saying, "I was a friend of Pamela," and sometimes just that, sometimes adding a short uh, thing saying how she lives on through her grandson and how he represents her values well. And it was just comment after comment after comment of, "I was a friend of Pamela," and these beautiful things being written for this person. And it occurred to me that our silly shitposting group, with all the dumb, normal, juvenile, sophomoric jokes that we normally make, all the content that we normally generate that is just, it's just absurd, was at that moment, without irony and complete sincerity, recreating a Fremen funeral rite for a real person who had passed. And even though we weren't all in a cave together in the middle of the desert, the sense of community and shared loss was there, and the feeling that we carried this burden collectively. This member of our tribe was not going through this alone, and it was it was profound to me how this group of complete strangers managed to manifest their love for a 50-year-old science fiction novel by giving someone genuine comfort in the form that it would have taken within that universe. I forget his name off the top of my head, and I should have prepared by looking it up. He's one of the Mythbusters, and he has a similar thing, discussion on Fandom, where he talks about his no face costume, where he goes through Comic Con and gives away gold pieces, but then people realize, oh, it's bad luck to take gold from No Face, and they bring it back to him, and they shared that narrative experience. And I had finally authentically experienced that myself through this group. Uh, we, I think it's important to be able to recognize those moments when a love of a property or a work of fiction or a universe or whatever has ways that it can positively manifest in the world around us, and ways that it can make the difficulty of passing through this life that we all share, that combined sense of like the world is hard, can for a moment be lifted, and through what starts as, playful escapism becomes something more poignant than that. And I thought that was worth observing and honoring here, and honoring everyone who brings their own passion to whatever fandoms they are in, and through that passion manages to manifest good things into the world like this. It was just an experience I'm going to cherish for the rest of my life. That I got to bear witness to this, and see this special moment among strangers who share a love. So, um, that's all I really wanted to say. I hope everyone has a good whatever time you are watching this. And I was a friend of Pamela.